Hey guys, my name is Alex and I am an amazing sex coach on YouTube here trying to build a huge... Oh, what am I talking about? Hey guys, my name is Alex and today I am talking about fetishes and fantasies and kinks. Who doesn't like to talk about that? So if you like talking about that kind of stuff and talk about sex in general, subscribe right now because I put out daily content, daily videos about sex, and I'm just a cool guy in general to listen to, and trust me, you won't regret it. It's totally free. Anyway, what is the topic of this video? The topic is fantasies and fetishes and kinks, and if you should feel badly about them and what their place is in sex in general. And the inspiration for this video came from the last video that I did, which was answering Reddit sex questions. And so one of the people asking a question asked if it's okay to have a certain fetish or fantasy or kink. And I think that is a very sad question to ask because of course it is okay whatever your fetish, fantasy, kink is. So the reason it is okay is because most fetishes and fantasies and kinks represent the opposite of what is accepted or allowed in real life, or just what we are, what our identity is, and how we are in real life. It represents this opposite kind of deviant side that we are not allowed to express in real life, but during sex that is our opportunity to do it, and that's why we kind of seek it out in sex, because we want that different variety and we want that thing that represents something that we can just totally be free of our ego and society's expectations of us. So that means when a woman wants to be submissive in sex or wants to be dominated or something like that, it usually means because that's something that they can't get really in real life. They can't just have someone make all the decisions for them and just tell them what to do. And so it's kind of this opposite thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. And what happens in the bedroom does not determine who you are as a person outside of sex. So if you're a guy and you're into dominating and you're into degrading and insulting and this rough sex, that doesn't mean that you're this crazy sociopath or psychopath in person. That's just what you want during sex. And so the notion that there can be anything that you want in sex that is unacceptable or that you have to hide and can't express, that's crazy, and it's unfortunate that society kind of does this to us. No matter what your fetish or fantasy is, that is your fantasy, and that's just what you want in sex. It has no bearing on who you are in your real life unless you make it have a bearing on who you are in your real life. So if you make your whole identity based on what your sexual preferences are, then yeah, that's your thing. But if you just want dominant or submissive or rough or degrading or whatever the fetish is during sex, and you don't want that to have to do with your real life, then that's your choice too. And there's nothing wrong with having this separation of our real life identity and our sexual identity. The best sexual experiences are good because you're able to lose yourself. You're able to dissociate with any stress or insecurity or anything that's happening in your real life, and you're just able to lose yourself and be completely present in this kind of meditative, sensual experience. And that is a beautiful thing and something everyone should be shooting for, and that's where sexual quality is found. So if there are things that you need to do to get aroused and turned on, then by all means do them and don't feel badly about them. This makes me go into the next point, which is having your partner accept who you are and what you want sexually. The only way you're going to be able to do this and do the things that you enjoy in sex without repercussions or without judgment and whatever you're afraid of is by talking about it to your partner and discussing it to your partner and having this open dialogue about sex and letting your partner know that you're not judgmental, and so therefore they shouldn't be either, and that you're open-minded and you want your partner to express themselves in whatever way they can and want to. And that is how you make a great sexual experience and a great sexual relationship. It's by communication. So, of course, if you're not talking about your fantasies and your fetishes and your desires to your sexual partner, and then all of a sudden you're having sex and you doing some crazy fetish stuff, that might shock your partner, and they might do something stupid that makes you feel badly about yourself. Stupid by, I mean, insulting or judgmental of what you want. That's a terrible feeling, and it shouldn't happen, but that is why you should talk about these things before you engage in sex. I think far more people would have way more kinky, fetishized sex if they just talked to their partner and let them know that that's what they want, and they felt that they could do that without judgment and with open-mindedness from their partner. And the world needs a lot less judgment and a lot more open-mindedness, if you ask me. And that is especially important in sex. So if you are not portraying that you're non-judgmental or open-minded to your partner, you can't expect to get that back, and you also can't expect your partner to feel fully comfortable and safe to express themselves sexually and just lose their minds and go crazy and do whatever they want in sex. Like I said in the beginning of this video, sex and what you like during sex has no bearing on who you are as a person, and you shouldn't feel ashamed about your sexuality and your sexual preferences. Whether it's vanilla stuff, whether it's who you like sexually, so if you're gay or a lesbian or whatever else it is, that stuff shouldn't matter, and it shouldn't have any bearing on how you feel about yourself in real life. I know people will try to make you feel badly about your sexuality and your sexual preferences. That is awful. They are terrible people, and you shouldn't associate with them anyway, and you definitely shouldn't take their comments to heart, because that's just crappy people being crappy, and you don't need that in your life. No one needs that in their life. So be who you are, express yourself however you want to express yourself. And like I said, your sexual preferences do not determine who you are as a person in real life. They don't bring you down. They don't even lift you up. That's just your sexual preferences, and that's just how it is. That's what it is. And take it or leave it. If someone doesn't like it about you, then leave it. Basically, you don't need to associate with them, and you shouldn't associate with them. Unfortunately, we live in a society where sexuality is pretty taboo. It's rarely discussed, even in relationships, even between sexual partners. That is a shame. That is not good, and it's the reason why people come to me and others for sex advice and sex coaching and all this kind of stuff, sex therapy. So I just wanted to leave you with that message. Be yourself and express yourself sexually in whatever way you want to. And that is the beauty of life. You should be experiencing life how you want to, as long as you're not hurting other people. That goes without saying. It should go without saying, but as long as you're not compromising other people or hurting other people or putting other people down, or it's something non-consensual. Obviously, I shouldn't have to say that, but maybe I should. But anyway, your sexual preference does not define you. It doesn't make you worse of a person. And you are a beautiful person no matter what you feel sexually, no matter what you're turned on, or no matter what you're not turned on by. So be yourself. Enjoy life, enjoy sex, and that's it. Anyway, if you like this video and you want more, go ahead and subscribe. I'm doing daily content, so a ton of sex advice coming out daily. Come back for more. Share this video to any of your friends that have crazy sexual fantasies and are ashamed of them. They shouldn't be, just like you shouldn't be. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. And I'd like to say, good luck on your sexual journey, and be yourself. Bye, guys.